God had given me a message to deliver.
God wants to come back. As science and atheism have intensified their war on God, society and the world have declined exponentially. Imagine that. Here's an inconvenient truth. Within the greatest period of scientific advancement in the history of man, with more information, experts, research, and funding than ever before, the USA has turned into the epicenter of cancer, obesity, depression, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and autism, with no hope, help, relief, or end in sight, and no miracles on the way. For all the intellect and resources that abound, it seems as if hell has come to earth and it's here to stay. This is what life looks like without God. Is this what we wanted? And when the world needs God the most, science and atheism are trying to get rid of the only one who can save us. Our tolerance of their intolerance has empowered them in their quest to eradicate God. As they've mocked God, many of us sat back and we've allowed ourselves to be shamed, marginalized, and bullied into silence. And God is heartbroken. Make no mistake about it. If science and atheism succeed in eliminating God, it will be on our heads because we allowed it to happen. The miracles, grace, and blessings will stop, and we'll be on our own. Can you live with that? I can't. You see, God wants to come back. But as the prophet George so eloquently stated, he can't come back because he has no children to come back for. It's so hard to love. There's so much to hate. Maybe we should all be praying for time. To quote the prophet John, God is up there living on a prayer, hoping that enough of his children will stand up for him and ask him to come back. God has promised, if you stand up for me, these 5 words I swear to you, I'll be there for you. You see, God's comeback isn't for him. It's for you, your family, this world, and the future. United we bring God back. Divided and indifferent, God will be eliminated. And then we will be on our own. This is the moment to show our appreciation for God, to ask him to come back, and to let everyone know we're not afraid anymore. If you are afraid or worried about looking foolish, don't be. You'll be part of one hell of a team. You'll stand with the modern day saints, prophets, and icons that are not afraid to profess their faith and love for God. This includes,
I just want to do God's will. And he's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
God had given me a message to deliver. He said that I must save France from her enemies and bring her back into the hands of God. Follow me!
Put God first. Put God first in everything you do. First off, I want to thank God because that's who I look up to. He's graced my life with opportunities that I know are not of my hand or any other human hand.
I want to thank God. I always do that when I'm up on a big platform. I say, I love God. That's my thing. I love him.
I pray to be a good servant to God.
That Jesus loves you.
But God works every day.
I just thank God every day for everything great that's come my way. But God is everything. God is life.
It's time to come back home. Don't make God your last choice. Make God your first choice.
I said, if I had 3 wishes, I would want to do God's will, I want to do God's will, I want to do God's will. That's all I want.
By the grace of God, I'm here again.
I have my own special relationship with God.
Jesus Christ, because he's the prophet of love. He is God's son.
Mel Gibson, Gary Sinise, Angela Bassett, Nicole Kidman, the Jennifers, Lopez and Garner, Paula Patton, Gabrielle Union, Hulk Hogan, Kevin Sorbo, Chuck Norris, Martin Scorsese, Tyler Perry, Roma Downey, Mark Burnett, Steve Harvey, Tim Allen, the King and the Queen, Elvis and Aretha, the Bobs, Dylan and Marley, Eric Clapton, Carlos Santana, Billy Idol, Axl Rose, Bono, John Bon Jovi, Bruce Springsteen, Stevie Wonder, James Ingram, Al Green, Smokey Robinson, Garth Brooks, Toby Keith, Kid Rock, Celine Dion, Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle, Lady Gaga, Gwen Stefani, Gloria Estefan, Sheila E., Donna Summer, Gloria Gaynor, Carrie Underwood, Dolly Parton, Faith Hill, Reba McEntire, Tony Robbins, Tony Dungy, Derek Fisher, Jeff Gordon, Jackie Robinson, Michael Phelps, Usain Bolt, George Foreman, Evander Holyfield, Tim Tebow, Clayton Kershaw, Reggie White, Emmett Smith, Nick Foles, Kurt Warner, Russell Wilson, Allison Felix, Jackie Joyner Kersey, Bubba Watson, and the list of God's A-team goes on and on. And why is this so important? Because every 2,000 years, God makes his presence known through the people he's helped and blessed. And it's that time again. Now, I'm not asking anyone to be arrogant or disrespectful, but if you've experienced God's miracles, blessings, or grace, and the opportunity arises, would you please give witness, testimony, a thank you, or at the very least, just acknowledge his existence? And for the atheists out there, feel free to continue to deny God, but please do not try to stop us from speaking our truth. We will continue to be tolerant of your denial as long as you're tolerant of our truth, because we need God to come back.